Ciara gave out some unsolicited advice this week and niggas were upset. So here's what happened. She posted on Instagram, John Gray, I think. Is this the pastor?
Yeah. Some video. I was not familiar with the pastor already.
He was kind of funny. But the pastor was basically talking about, in a nutshell, women walking with a certain air of confidence or walking with the acknowledgement that you are a wife, rather than walking or living the life of a girlfriend. And he said it much better than I'm giving him credit for. But what he said, I kind of like understood what he was trying to say. So whatever. Ciara posted it on Instagram. The quote says, "Too many women want to be married, but you're walking in the spirit of girlfriend." Her caption is #level up, don't settle.
Okay.
So she got like a resounding "girl, shut up" from the community. To that, she responded with the following press release. "I was once that girl wanting to be loved a certain way, but was making the wrong choices. I found myself at my lowest moment. I was a single mom sitting at home, and I then realized that the perfect love I was looking for was how God loves me.
Okay.
How capital H he wants me to be loved.
Sure. Sis.
And how he was calling me to be as a mom and a woman. That's when I realized, married or not married, I needed to love myself. #level up. Heart emoji for the caption."
Okay. How does that explain? I'm wondering how she thought that explained the first caption and all the backlash that came along with it, because what it sounded like to me and to a lot of other people was that in the first post she was saying, and by, including this video and putting the #level up, it was like, the reason y'all not married or the reason y'all haven't found these happy relationships like I have, and y'all not, having this goofy ass love of your lives like I am, is because you hoes just haven't leveled up properly, and you just have to stop walking like a girlfriend and start walking in the ways of a wife and whatever other. It sounds like, I don't know, like Instagram conferences, like bullshit, like how to become a wife and all this other shit, when what is much more likely to be true is that women, especially straight cis women, are probably just not finding niggas worth being with. Because take a good look at the numbers and take a good look around at what's available, especially if you have so much to offer and you have your shit together and it's like all your ducks in a row are lined up and all you waiting on is that last piece of the puzzle to fall into place. I know too many women who have master's degrees and doctorates and jobs and pay their own bills and go to church every Sunday and love the Lord, and it's nothing about they walk that's keeping them from getting married. So that was the whole thing that got on my nerves with it. It's like, first of all, why are we pushing marriage as like some ideal or something that we need to strive to or some goal that it's not, I don't think you have achieved anything simply by getting somebody to sign a marriage license with you. I do not. So I'm tired of people pushing the whole idea that marriage is something to strive for anyway, but there's more than enough people out here telling girls that, romantic relationships are what they should prioritize, and they need to change the way they act in order to find somebody who's worth being with, because it's just not the case. Like, girls should be focused about their own damn selves and worried about taking care of themselves and what is best for their lives, following their dreams. Fuck giving a damn about what niggas want. That is trash. So that was how I felt about it.
I just don't care about whatever is going on in Ciara's life.
Okay.
Like from a romantic point of view. I'm glad she's happy or whatever. Lord knows she dated Bow Wow. So, I mean, I get that she, was, what did she say? Found myself at my lowest moment. Sure.
But that was after Future left her.
I mean, that too, baby. But I'm just saying, leaving you with a baby and you dated Bow Wow and 50 Cent, like... So, I
mean, some of that has to be attributed to just growing up and making better decisions.
I'm sure. Right. I just feel like like we previously said, I do think that, a lot of women in situations with these niggas who clearly refuse to marry them should be confident enough to be like, oh, okay, nigga, so I didn't need you no way. I'm sorry, I just knocked over a water bottle to get my point across.
That, but
you know, like, I feel like there's like a certain, for me, what I try to take away from what they were saying is that, like what we were just saying, like, this nigga isn't for me or whatever. Like, if I want to be a wife, if that is something that I want, and I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting that, but if that's something that you want, you should be with somebody who can, like, match you on that. I think that the whole, like, level up thing was a part of what fucked it up, because it's like, bitch, like, you talking to some people who
as
are
a person.
Right. Like, that is just dumb.
Like, you and Russell, that's not...
It's like you're trying to say, like, get on my level. And, like, Ciara, like...
do like I do so you can find your Russell.
Like, what?
Like, girl...
Don't nobody... Anyways, so there was that. And then secondly, I've felt this for the longest time, and I'm sure I've said it before, I feel like women always get these sermons, and there isn't one for men.
Yeah.
And
where is the stop being such a useless shithead and start being somebody worth marrying message out there for men? It's not there, because, like, the societal pressure for men to get married isn't there. Men aren't considered less of a person if they're 35 or 40 years old and haven't had kids or haven't found somebody to be with. So I'm just tired of the whole message. Totally. And so then her captions and the way she tried to justify it, all that was just more of, girl, sit down. You lucked up and found you somebody who loves you. I guess, like, from the outside looking in, it seems like you two are totally obsessed with each other, and I'm happy for you, but don't act like the rest of us need to change the way we act in order to find that anyway. Like, it's just a million Russells out here and the rest of us are just fucking it up. Girl, bye.
So, Offset got into some more bullshit, I guess, over the past week. He has a song with a rapper named YFN Lucci. I think that's how you say it. And one of the lines from Offset is, I cannot vibe with queers. So, the gays, most of them who stand for Nicki Minaj, have been letting Offset have it.
I believe
ever
that.
Since.
I could see that, honestly. I really could.
And it's just been this whole thing where he was like, oh, no, it's not what I mean by that. And when I say that, that's not what I'm talking about. And he even went as far as, like, screenshot the definition of the word queer from Google and post it, which says, first of all, it says strange, odd. And then way down here at the bottom, it says spoil or ruin an agreement, event, or situation. But he conveniently cropped out the parts where it says homosexual,
right?
Denoting or relating to a sexual or gender identity that does not correspond to established ideas of sexuality and gender, especially heterosexual norms. Mind you,
that part did make the screenshot.
Right. He cropped all of that stuff out and posted it.
That's really interesting how you managed to do that, little nigga.
So that didn't sit well with people. He then took to IG Live for his own press release. I'm going to try my best to get through this. It says...
Can't wait.
You'd think that King Johnson's evil twin wrote it. Trying to make me out to be a homophobic. I'm a whole gangster.
What?
I don't even speak on sexuality. The definition, that's DIF. Ain't even that. Trying to make it out about gays.
Definitely is.
Punctuation marks have jobs.
They do.
They have jobs, and there's a reason that
jobs.
they exist.
Yep.
Trying to make it about gays, I work with them all the time at events dealing with fashion, TV shows. I wasn't gonna speak on it, but I see so many dumbass motherfuckers on here talking about shit they don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
we don't know.
Nobody, your choice in life. I have fans that love my music. I don't discriminate, and I don't speak on politics or sexuality, the actual meaning. I'm posted from Google.
Oh, God.
I do not judge people. I've been in front the real judge, and they judged me and sentenced me. I'm here to bring people together with fun music. Culture 2 on the way.
We know you've been in jail. Thanks for the reminder, but I don't think anybody
for a good
forgot
chunk
that.
of the groups.
It was a while that you were gone, right? So I just really love how niggas think we're all as dumb as they are, because that's all this justification
How are you
says
supposed
to
to
me.
know anything?
I mean, but you really think that you could just say, I don't even know why y'all would act like that. I respect the choices everybody makes. Like, I feel like if you truly were not bigoted, like, people need to understand being like, I'm okay with gays, just saying that doesn't mean that you actually believe that homosexual people are equal to heterosexual people and deserve the same comforts and rights as everybody else has in society, first of all. But then to try to be like, well, I posted a definition of queer and y'all just don't get it is insane, because there is no way, and people tried to argue this with me, there is no way that you could tell me that Offset and Cardi B have never heard queer before and did not know that queer was a derogatory slur used towards gay people. You just can't tell me that.
I believe it.
I don't. I do not. I refuse to believe that you said I do not vibe with queers and didn't know what queers meant. No, I don't. Especially because this is not even the first time that this dumbass nigga has been called out for being homophobic.
I don't underestimate stupid. And I also don't really care. To be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised that this got as much attention as it did, simply because I've heard way worse things in terms of homophobia on rap songs, and I feel like just the past 6 months. And it just goes like completely over people's heads. Mm-hmm. Nobody says anything. I'm just finding it, like, not to say that he should not be called out for it and there should not be like conversations that we have, but I'm just kind of curious as to how I Cannot Vibe with Queers is the one that's getting all of this, like, these think pieces when I've heard so much worse over just the past year.
I think it's because Offset and Cardi are very much in the news lately, mostly for Cardi's
I could see that
personal accomplishments. So everybody is paying even closer attention to the Migos than they already were, which was pretty close attention anyway, which is why when I Love whoever the fuck, when that person came out last year, remember, and said they were bi or whatever, and they was saying all that stupid shit about him.
I forgot about that.
Right. So when he said, I do not vibe with queers, like when I first heard it, I was like, of course you don't vibe with queers. He said that last year when I Love Bi Men came out. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I can't believe you are so homophobic and you said something so fucking stupid. It was just like, of course you did, because this is what you do. I guess maybe other people are just now paying attention, or because the two of you are popping right now, it's more of a news story than it would have been otherwise. But
to me, it just shows that these rappers today, especially younger ones that just get on trap beats and say whatever, they're not really putting any thought into whatever it is that they're rapping about or writing. They just know that queers rhymes with layer jets.
I mean, and that's what he tried to say too. Like, I was just writing out a bunch of words that rhymed with each other. Like, nigga, what? So with no consideration to what the words mean?
No.
Because queer, the
rappers have not given consideration to what the fuck their shit means and what that they're saying or whatever.
But they still do mean things. So you don't get to come back at us with like some bullshit.
I'm not saying that they do. I'm just not saying. What I am saying is that I am not surprised by this or moved.
Okay, I could see that. I will say that I was not moved until he tried to justify it, talking about queers means this, and I'm just talking about people who like to take pictures and go post them elsewhere. And this, like, just stand behind your stupid, homophobic, dumb shit. Because queers as a noun has always meant them gay niggas over there. It always has. And you can't decide that it meant queers as in people who take pictures and then post them without you knowing about it or whatever the fuck, and decide it means that. It doesn't.
Rappers say faggot on records and say, well, it doesn't mean gay to me. When we call somebody faggot, it just meant that they was lame.
No, that's not.
I'm just used to hearing this at this point. I just I went right back to eating my cookies or whatever the fuck I was having. I was like, okay, guess Offset's on the show this week.
I just don't appreciate niggas acting like I'm as dumb as they are. I know what words mean.
And Cardi B had the nerve to get on whatever, Instagram or Facebook or something, and defending him. And I've met him before. I've been around him and gays before, and he's cool and chill. And we are not even talking, but I'm not gonna let y'all call him homophobic when I know that he's not. And he's probably cheating on you right now. Like, just leave it alone. Let it, whatever it is, he'll get right past it. Most of his core fan base probably don't give a fuck about how he feel about gay people anyway. Right. So,
because they feel the exact same way.
Right.
They don't give shits. And that is what it is. You could have saved your breath, because you look dumb as shit defending a man that we all know is cheating on you.
Dumber.
Right. You look dumber. And it's like, it's not like he hasn't already had an established history of saying homophobic things. So why would you do this? Especially because Cardi works with gay people all the time. And we do, I think, as a society, have an expectation for women to be smarter than men are about this kind of thing. But the whole story, to me, just proved that there are a whole lot of straight black men who feel this way, and a whole lot of women who will back them up for whatever reason. So I'm also not a shocker. I'm really just, I don't know. It's like every week when we come in here and talk about Cardi B, I'm like, I still want her to win, but blah, 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 blah. It's very difficult for me to be like, yeah, I totally support somebody who is ignorant about homophobia, because if you wanted to do better, you could. But I don't know. Complicated, I guess.